I do believe they're being mistreated, and I believe they're profiting off of a very vulnerable population that is unable to advocate and speak up for itself.
A former worker at the Douglas Mental Health Hospital in Montreal is speaking out, claiming she was fired after bringing attention to brown drinking water and what she says are bugs infesting one of the hospital's pavilions. Mina Pingol and another former employee who wishes to stay anonymous allege the Le Vinci Pavilion, which is owned by the Regional Health Authority but is being rented by private mental health lodging and care organization Ressources d'Hébergement L'Étape, are mistreating their 18 patients.
I believe a good management would be like, let's address this, let's fix this, let's look into these issues. I appreciate you bringing them up as a concern, but in response, I just got fired.
A former colleague of Pingol who did not want to go on camera says she quit after 2 days, saying she felt workers' concerns were being invalidated.
She also raised issues about health and safety, and she decided to quit because she did not feel safe doing certain things, for example, giving medication without a license.
Pingol says even though they weren't forced to give medication to patients without a license, they were left without a choice, knowing the repercussions of leaving patients unmedicated. In an email threatening Pingol with legal action, Rachel Pomerleau, director and owner of RHE, says she wasn't fired for her comments. In response to the allegations, the CIUS de l'Ouest de l'Île de Montréal says there had been an issue on October 17th, but say they had it fixed within a few hours by a plumber, who they claim explained to people on site that brown water could be seen when the faucets were first opened, but clear water would come out moments later. But Pingol says she ran the water for over 5 minutes and it was still brown. But residents have been drinking bottled water since they arrived in September. Before that, the building sat empty for some time.
If we knew that the state of this pavilion doesn't have clean access to drinking water, why did management or the Douglas Hospital permit to have a contract to have people living in here if we knew this is the state?
The CIUS says water tests at the pavilion in August revealed unsafe levels of lead, but since then, a September test showed levels back in the acceptable limit. The health authority claims no vermin or insect infestations have been observed on site recently, in contrary to what Pingol documented.
These responses that I'm receiving, that I've received over this weekend, it really demonstrates to me that the organization is occupied with the reputation that it has over actually just addressing the issue at hand, which is systemic negligence and the desensitization to treating vulnerable folks like they're less than.
Pingol says she's in the process of filing complaints with the Health and Safety Board, the CIUS's Ombudsman, and the Labor Board. City News reached out to Ressources d'Hébergement L'Étape but did not hear back. In Montreal, Brittany Henriques, City News.